of their temperament and commitment to being productive members of society, I hereby pardon. Yes. I hereby pardon chocolate and chip. This is chocolate, right? Chocolate, you are pardoned.
Yeah. Chocolate and Chip will now live out their lives at the North Carolina State University. It's not a petting zoo, but at the very least, it's not on your table. 40 million turkeys won't be so lucky, of course. Watch over the next day or so, for the White House Chief of Staff, Ron Klain, to organize at least one or two more events to set the table, literally, for Thanksgiving conversation. He hopes when we all cook the turkey, eat the turkey, and then clean up, we say nice things about his boss, President Biden. Democrats at large. NewsNation politics editor and chief turkey expert Chris Stirewalt is here. I feel as though you deserve that promotion here for the food idea. Who is going to control, shall we say, the Thanksgiving conversation here? Is it Republicans or is it Democrats?
Well, I know who will lose. The losers will be the ones who try to bring politics into Thanksgiving. Those will be the people who fail. This has ever been thus. If we think way back to when Democrats were trying to sell health care and the pajama boy, who Republicans rightly mocked, the young man wearing footy pajamas, who was supposed to be the avatar for young Democrats who would go home to their family's holiday table and talk about the wonders of Obamacare. This is bad and wrong and stupid. The goal, our mothers were right. What do you not talk about? You don't talk about religion and you don't talk about politics if you want to have a nice gathering. You don't bring up these issues.
So there's a difference, though, between talking about politics, though, and talking about issues that have political import, right? It's one thing to not talk about Joe Biden or Donald Trump, but people are going to be talking about the cost of the turkeys. They're going to be talking about the gas to go over the river and through the woods. They're going to be talking about whether or not they got student loan forgiveness. These are all sort of general topics of conversation once you get past whether Michigan or Ohio State won.
I think we are hopefully reaching a point in the country right now where, given the split decision on the midterm election, and that nobody has too much to crow about, to mix our poultries, nobody can come into this year's Thanksgiving table and say, "Ha ha, we did it. You guys stink and we won." So had the Republicans had the kind of year that they wanted, then you would have heard a lot of you would have heard a lot of uncles lecturing a lot of nieces and nephews about how the Republicans are the right party and the right thing to do. On the other hand, if the Democrats would have somehow held on to the House or had actually done it for only the fourth time in history, if that had happened, then the Democrats might be cocky. But as it stands, nobody's got anything to be cocky about, and that's probably a good place to start, because gratitude lives next door to humility. If you have humility, then you can be grateful. If you don't have any humility, then you can't be grateful. And both of these parties have a lot of reason for humility these days.
Well, we will see if any of them are paying attention to that, because humility in politicians is not something that often intersects. It's a very, very small part of that Venn diagram. Mr. Stirewalt, enjoy your Thanksgiving. I will be jealous because wherever you are, I know there is good food, sir, and we'll talk soon.
Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.